What's up guys, Jim here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Tuesday, the 11th of July. And today's episode is absolutely jam-packed, so just before we get started, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, who will score more goals next season, Lukaku or Lacazette? Let me know your answers down below in the comments section. Let's jump in to the confirmed deals. The very first one is John Ruddy going to Wolves from Norwich on a free transfer. And that's a former England international goalkeeper right there, albeit the one appearance. Next up, we go on to Elvis Manu, goes to a team in Turkey today, and I think it's Gedge Bile or something like that, and that's what it is right there. But he is joining from Brighton on a free transfer. Next up, we go on to Derek Lukasen, going to PSV from AZ Alkmaar for an undisclosed fee. And to be fair, for a silver this year, 72 rate with 76 pace, 70 defending and 76 physical, it was pretty usable. And now we go on for Stuttgart, and that is going to be Burnich going on loan to them from Borussia Dortmund for the whole season. Then we've got Ezekiel Ponce going to Lille in France from Roma on loan deal for the season, but they do have the option to buy for 11 million euros. Next up, we've gone to Gael Kakuta. I think he used to play for Chelsea at one point, and now he's joined a team in France called FC Amiens, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Hebei China Fortune in the CSL on a free transfer. And I think quite possibly they might have got promoted to Ligue 1. And now we've got an Argentinian CDM by the name of Musto going to Club Tijuana in Mexico from CA Rosario for £1.49 million. Here's followed by one for Leeds United, and that is Sami Saez, I probably said that one wrong, going to Leeds United from SD Huesca, and that is subject to a medical. Here's followed by Alessio Cerci going to Hellas Verona from Atletico Madrid on a free transfer. His card back on, was it FIFA 13 or FIFA 14? He had a pretty solid tots in the Serie A. And they also signed a second player yesterday, and that's Antonio Cassano, and he's actually a free agent. He hasn't had a club since January after leaving Sampdoria, so of course it's a free transfer. And then we've got Tete going to Lyon from Ajax for a fee apparently around 3 million euros, although some sides are saying £3.4 million. And yesterday, finally, Lukaku was unveiled as a Manchester United player, and the fee is 75 mil, potentially rising to 90 after additional fees, and it's a 5-year contract. And assuming FIFA 18 does have ones to watch cards, I'm pretty certain Lukaku will probably be the most expensive. And now we've got a player I mentioned a few days ago in the confirmed section, that is Jordan Amavi of Aston Villa. So apparently, his proposed move to Sevilla has broken down because he's failed a medical. That's according to reports in France and Spain, so unfortunately for him, he's not getting his move. Next up, we go on to Borja Valero, and again, it's not fully confirmed just yet, but that's why I put it so close to the confirmed section. Actually, scrap what I just said. Inter Milan tweeted it, saying Borja Valero is undergoing a medical at Inter ahead of a proposed €6 million move from Fiorentina. And it looks like he'll be the replacement for Banega, who went back to Sevilla. Next up, we go on to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, going to Crystal Palace today, according to Sky Sports. Sky tweeted saying Loftus-Cheek is close to joining Crystal Palace on a season-long loan deal. That deal is almost done, but apparently Palace won't be signing Mamadou Sakho from Liverpool as they're not waiting to meet the fee or his wage demands. And now we've got Marko Arnautovic. So first up, Sky did a tweet saying, breaking news, Arnautovic has handed in a transfer request at Stoke City. And just a few hours later, Sky said West Ham had a £15 million bid for Arnautovic turned down by Stoke City, but they are expected to go back in with an improved offer. He might be quite an inconsistent player, but in this market, £15 million for one of the club's main players to go to a rival potentially, for that fee, it would probably be quite a bit more. Next up, we've got another player into West Ham today. According to Daily Mirror, West Ham are closing in on the £8.5 million signing of Senegal midfielder Papa Ndiaye. And I believe right now he's playing in Turkey. Next up, we go on to Lucas Moura of PSG today. According to Foot Mercato, Turkish giants Fenerbahce have made a discreet approach for Brazilian winger Lucas Moura. Last season he was mainly a substitute under Unai Emery, and he's been told that he will not be retained if he seeks the exit door this summer. Fenerbahce would like the player on an initial loan deal with the option to buy, but they are concerned about PSG's so-called €30 million set price for the Brazilian. And it's likely more on this story will come out in the next couple of days. Next up, we've gone to Alfonso Areola into Newcastle today. According to France Football, they're saying Newcastle United are considering a move for PSG goalkeeper Areola. I believe last season he was their backup goalkeeper to Kevin Trapp and maybe wants to move elsewhere to get more first team football. And keeping on the theme of Newcastle today, according to Marca in Spain, the Magpies are set to miss out on Man City winger Jesus Navas as a 31-year-old is nearing a return to Sevilla. And now a very short one according to Sky Sports today, it says breaking news, Burnley are in talks with Swansea City over signing of Jack Cork. And that might even go through today, and now we've got another Swansea player, as Gylfi Sigurdsson. So yesterday I mentioned how apparently Everton had lodged their second bid for him of £42 million, but it was rejected by Swansea, as now Sky said that Swansea have told Everton they'll have to pay in the region of £50 million for Gylfi Sigurdsson. And to be fair to them, they did say he's not for sale at the start of this summer, and at 50 mil, they have somewhat named their price though. And it goes into the saying or the motto that every single player has got a price. And now we've got an update regarding Dani Ceballos of Real Betis. So the Betis president has confirmed that Ceballos has turned down a renewal at Betis and will join Madrid for his release clause fee. I have read a fair few articles about Dani Ceballos, and apparently his release clause is only €13 million. There were reports that Madrid could pay out to €18 to €20 million for him, but either way, it's still a great deal. And it's also the reason potentially Real Madrid are trying to sell James Rodriguez. Next up we got on to Anthony Martial, and according to the Daily Mirror today, Roma are keen on signing the Manchester United forward Martial on a season-long loan deal. But the Red Devils are very unlikely to sanction it. And as of right now, it looks like Mourinho is trying to bring in Perisic, who does play technically in the same position as Martial. And to improve now, Martial does need more first-team opportunities, so maybe at some point in the near future, he may be loaned out. His first season for United was very, very good, scored a lot of goals for them, and impressed a hell of a lot. But last season, not as much. And next up, we've got Kelechi Iheanacho, and according to Sky Sports today, Leicester have agreed a deal in principle with Man City for the transfer of Iheanacho. The deal itself is set to rise to £25 million, but there are still contractual issues to sort. Iheanacho has got a dispute with a former agent over the image rights to resolve, and Leicester and Man City are still trying to work out the buyback option in the deal. And the thing about Iheanacho is that he's still very, very young, got so much potential about him. But at Man City, with them buying so many players now, probably quite a few more attackers and whatnot, with Aguero and also Gabriel Jesus above him, he's not going to get too many chances. But being sold to Leicester, who played week in, week out, could help him fulfill all of his potential. If he does do that, Man City can get him back, and most likely for a very fair price. Next up, we got on to Moussa Dembele of Celtic, and according to Sky again today, Marseille makes Celtic striker Dembele the #1 target this summer. They have been linked to Olivier Giroud as well as Carlos Bacca from Milan, but Dembele now apparently is their #1 option, but apparently Dembele has got a choice of West Ham and Chelsea on top of that. And the interest from AC Milan from the very start of the window has seemed to have gone. Next up, we got on to Christian Benteke, very short again, but a fair few reports in England today are saying that Everton are interested in ex-Liverpool striker Christian Benteke, who's now of course at Crystal Palace. And now Everton have officially sold Lukaku for 75 mil, rising to 90 mil. I'm not sure if I can spend big on a striker or not. They've already bought in Rooney and Sandro. And Palace paid 30 mil from last summer anyway, so maybe if he was going to Everton, it'd be like 50 mil plus. And it's about the same price being quoted for Gylfi Sigurdsson. And next up, we got Fabinho. So first up in the day, AS in Spain did say initially a reported €45 million deal with Monaco and Atletico Madrid had been agreed for Fabinho. But just a few hours after that, they denied their own claims. And now it seems they've gone back on what they said again. So they started off by saying it was happening, they said it wasn't, but now they're claiming that negotiations between the clubs are still ongoing. And who knows, potentially in a few hours time, they could deny it again. And next up, we've got another Monaco midfielder. This time, it's Bakayoko. So according to Sky today, Chelsea are close to signing Monaco midfielder Bakayoko, and a medical is said to take place in the next few days. So before about 2 weeks or so ago, Sky did say Bakayoko was having a medical back then, but apparently the deal and the medical itself was delayed because of a minor knee injury. But according to the Daily Mail, Manchester United have outbid Chelsea for Bakayoko. Chelsea's offer is £37 million, but Man United is apparently 40 plus. Monaco could accept both offers for him, then it goes down to the player himself. Next up, we go on to Diego Costa of Chelsea. Apparently yesterday, there was no Costa for Chelsea at the very start of the pre-season training. Diego Costa does want to stay at Chelsea, but he knows right now there's no way back for him, and the Atletico Madrid deal is currently being negotiated. He's apparently played his last game for Chelsea. Costa fell out with Antonio Conte, and Conte has now had enough. He told Costa he's finished at Chelsea for sure, and it's a sad way for his Chelsea career to end. But according to the Daily Mirror, Turkish club Besiktas have joined the race to sign one-to-way Chelsea striker Diego Costa this summer. I'm not sure if he'll be priced out of a move or not, because apparently Chelsea are asking like £60 million or so, and according to reports, Atletico Madrid's first bid was like €28 million. So from one player linked to a move away from Chelsea, we've got one linked to them today. That's Alvaro Morata of Real Madrid. So according to AS, Chelsea are planning to make an offer of around £70 million or €80 million for Morata. He was a massive favourite to go to Manchester United, but the Lukaku deal, it ended United's interest in the striker, and now Chelsea are probably favourites. The final one today is it going to Mbappe linked to Man City. So according to today's L'Equipe, a couple of weeks ago, Mbappe and his entourage had dinner with Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola. It looks like Pep likes having dinner with French players because before it was Dembele from Dortmund. But that is going to be the final one for today's video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: who will score more goals next season, Lukaku or Lacazette? So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.